Sammy giving us
Did it work?
some
we're good.
Curveballs this morning.
Curveballs, good morning.
Just putting the mic on mute for me for the first little bit. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so no fancy ass camera this morning. Because we can't have it on for the full stream on just the battery pack that it has, so we're waiting for a special cord to come in so we can have it plugged in the whole time and then it won't die. Yay! So we will wait. But I'm really excited to use it. We might use it later when it comes to like plating and stuff like that, and that way we only use it for a small amount of time. I don't know what Sammy's doing. So, welcome in, guys. Alvin, R.I.P. Watermelon. I don't know if I've ever seen you around here, so welcome in. And then Rook, how's it going, man? And Nike.
Look what we got in.
We got the dehydrator in, guys.
It was so big. I'll go get it.
Yeah, we believe in saving cameras from death here. Exactly. So hopefully you guys have had a wonderful week. I know we are working up to Christmas and everyone always gets like in such a good mood this time of year. Good morning, Steam. How are you?
The Excalibur.
I know. This thing is big.
It's empty right now, but it's good.
So I think tomorrow we're going to start this guy up and start drying some stuff out. And yeah, guys, I am off the next 5 days. Something was off. I was like, I am not beaming like an angel. Something is wrong. I'm going to be off the next 5 days, so that feels freaking awesome. I've never had this much time off during Christmas while working at a restaurant still, so this is amazing. And there won't be a stream on Christmas Day, but we will be streaming the other 4 days together. So for Boxing Day, this is going to be for Norge's store. He has requested lamb for his massive donation. So we're going to be doing a rotisserie lamb on Boxing Day together. Hopefully you guys will be around for that. You're getting thirsty just looking at it. It'll dry out. You're puffing on orange diesel. Nice, Nike. Yeah, this much time off during Christmas. Easiest Christmas season I've ever worked. It was unreal. Everything just went effortlessly, and I didn't have to really even work 60 hours a week. Yay!
This was the first Christmas season I didn't get overworked.
Yay, Sammy! We're alive, guys.
Like, we didn't work 240 hours in a month rather than nuts.
Yeah, Sammy, is it leg day today for that leg?
It is. It is leg day today, actually.
Elvin, you knew.
Here, just...
Oh, so that's why you wanted pancakes.
Yeah.
Gotta get those power pancakes
Okay.
in for leg day.
You ready?
What's up?
You ready to trip it up for a second?
Oh my gosh. Sammy's too excited about this. I think he likes my gift more than I like it. Probably. Okay, we're going in, guys. This is what Santa got me for Christmas. And he made me open it early because he could not wait. So, this is the cam. Your audio is freaking me out over there. But this thing, you guys, is going to make the stream... I don't know if I can say unlike any other, but I know there's only a handful of streamers that have very good quality cameras. It's got a chip in it. Yeah, you can see the chip now, Nike. This is terrible. It's only good for certain things. Let's get that shoddy knife out of there. But like, look at this Meyer lemon. That's like the most lemony lemon we've seen on stream in so long. Yes, Elvin. Santa. It's perfect. So like, this is crazy. Even just like playing around and rolling it, it still stays focused. It looks so freaking good. Oh, Nike, Sam's coming in for you.
It's only a small nug. But, does it focus? A little bit less?
It doesn't want to.
It's too small.
What cam is it, Steam? It's a Sony A7 II. Yeah, there is no limping on this lemon. The G-Kit. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Okay, so that's what we are going to be working into hopefully later this week.
Okay, camera is off whenever you're switched. Off.
What strain was it, Sammy?
Still chem dog.
Chem dog. Okay, so this morning, pancake redemption, guys. Because the last
they were terrible.
fluffy pancakes that we made were not fluffy at all. And that was super disappointing for me. I am really picky about pancakes, and I really like fluffy pancakes. So I thought that I would share my recipe with you guys that I have kind of perfected, let's say, over the years, cooking breakfast for masses of people. So this is the recipe that I always use in the restaurant, and it works every time if you make it properly.
I love this chat community here, and I'm so happy you helped me get through rough times even when I don't show.
Oh, Nike!
The purple knife!
Thanks, man! Thank you for the 6-month resub. That is so nice of you to say.
I feel like
It
you
melts
forgot
in my
the
heart.
baking powder in the last pancake.
I might have forgot the baking powder in the last
Just
pancakes. But I feel like I'm always on point, so I don't know. But something happened with the last pancakes. They were not fluffy, so we need to get some fluffy pancakes
Something
going.
fudged up for sure.
Yeah, the Maddie Matheson fail pancakes. Exactly, Elvin. And then if I pull up my recipe here, my recipe that I have is in my notes on my phone. So it does make quite a few. If I was to guess how many it makes, maybe, what, Sammy, 12 large pancakes?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so here's this, guys. I don't know if that'll focus for you.
Back up a bit.
No,
Okay.
it's fine. So I'm going to use where it says 3. So that's everything halved.
So use the right side measurement.
Yeah, I'm going to use the right side. So the 3 cups of flour, 90 mils of sugar. And when it says 90 mils of sugar, I am being serious about the 90 mils. So I've streamlined this recipe so I don't need a lot of different utensils to make it. So I mostly just use one measuring cup to measure this all out. And that way I wouldn't waste time making the pancakes in the morning at work. And so that's why we use a measuring cup for it instead of like measuring it out in grams on a scale or doing tablespoons or stuff like that. So hopefully you guys caught that. If not, I will type it up later and put it onto Discord for you. Yeah, half a breakfast. 12 large pancakes. Where's the rest of the breakfast? I can totally post the recipe on Discord. So that is what we're starting with today. And Sammy got the circulator going because we were feeling like we want some sausage with breakfast. Might as well pull it out of the freezer. So we have chorizo. 3 links of chorizo.
The smoking of this?
Yeah. So we're going to circulate these and they only take an hour. So basically we have 1 hour to make pancakes, and I hope that within that amount of time we can make something. If not, Kate has issues. So I'm gonna drop this in the hot water bath.
What up?
Over here, and I'll set my hour timer. And this bath is at 140 Fahrenheit. But with the Twitch Prime sub, that's right, you will be in here more often on Sundays with us. Love it. Yeah, sous vide pancakes.
I wish we could circulate the chorizo in the chat.
Yeah, just circulate that right on over. Okay, 1 hour timer. That's it. It's go time, guys. Let's turn our very fancy Christmas tree on. Yeah, you do. Gotta work with that snatch. Nike, the strain was Chemdog. Okay, so like any other pancake recipe, we always want to separate our wet ingredients from our dry. So that is how we are going to start the recipe. And then when it comes to mixing, we mix the wet into the dry. So that's the big difference of the last recipe we used from Maddie Matheson is you mixed the dry into the wet, which I never do. That is crazy to me. So I don't know. There's one difference of the 2 recipes that I am going to be kind of comparing today, let's say. And like I said, my recipe does not take long to make. It is meant to be made quickly and for it to work literally every single time. So this should not be a stressful thing today. Miss Chrissy.
Happy holidays. Hugs.
Hugs. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, guys, if that's how you choose to express it. Thank you for the 7-month resub.
That purple
I
knife,
can't
though.
believe we're getting there. There's so many purple knives.
So many.
I've never said that, Elvin. You did not hear that from me. Okay. I'm gonna get the all famous griddle pan. Frank's griddle pan out. And also the frying pan for the sausage. We are armed and ready today. Not playing PUBG.
Just put the frying pan on your butt.
You're safe here.
It'll protect you from the bullets.
You express yours with hugs and buds. But the buds portion, that can go both ways. Like buds and like buds. Hey, bud. It works, Nike. Oh, you guys are poking. Poking. Okay. Yeah, frying pan. Best weapon. You're an amoeba. Okay. Now we need 2 bowls. That's it. Only 2. And you'll want one bowl a little bit larger than the other one. Just because we're going to be mixing everything into this one. And then we will still need a set of measuring spoons. Just for the small stuff like baking powder. And like I said, a measuring cup. Just got this little BB one here. And now we can start to get our ingredients out. So basic ingredients here for pancakes. So the dry stuff, flour, sugar, salt, baking powder. And the flour is all purpose, so nothing fancy. I've never tried these with whole wheat flour, but I'm sure it would work. Just be a lot more dense, let's say. Nike. We've been watching Blue Planet on Netflix. Such an amazing show, I have to say.
It's also very sad on seeing how the oceans are
Yes.
being treated nowadays.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you guys get the chance, please watch Blue Planet.
We're not going to be able to have as much seafood soon enough if we don't change our ways.
Shit is dying in the ocean, guys. It's like the only thing we got left. Gotta take care of it. Okay, our salt. And you don't really want a coarse salt here. You want something a little bit more fine so that it can get distributed throughout the whole pancake. You made chocolate chip pancakes for your breakfast this morning. Heck yes, you did. I might throw some bananas into ours. Haha, yes, but some might say thick. Okay, so wet ingredients. Milk, butter, eggs. How easy is that? These are things that most people should have in their house. And the only thing that I am kind of switching up here is buttermilk. Because why not?
Buttermilk tastes better.
And that is just interchangeable with milk. So if you have a recipe that calls for milk, choose buttermilk.
And if you
Thank me later.
If you buy buttermilk, try to buy the 3.25% or higher, not the 1%. It just doesn't work out as well.
Listen to Sammy. So we only have the 1 chicken egg, so you guys know what that means.
Toss it out and get duck eggs out.
Don't throw it out, that's wasteful. Yeah, you gotta get that butt milk.
That's what they call it at work. Butt go French.
Duck eggs. You know they're duck eggs when you can't even close the carton on them. Now those are thick. Okay, so what we need to do is the only thing we really have to heat is our butter, so we need to melt the butter. We need 90 mils. They are massive. They are seriously massive eggs. So good. So each duck egg is 1.5 chicken eggs. So we will just have to convert a little bit when it comes to that time. Yes, Elvin. Okay, we'll see if this cube is 90 mils. I think we might have to get a little extra. What's up, Trueness? How are you? Welcome in. Where is the butt? Just a little shaven. So guys, what's everyone getting up to today? I'm sure most of you are not working tomorrow, Christmas Eve, right? Sammy is. So I'm gonna be doing the stream when he goes to work. And then later on tomorrow night is we're going to Grandma's house for dinner. Going to Grams. Ugh. This was in the freezer, so the wrapping's all stuck. You work too, Elvin? Oh, okay. Sammy, you're not alone.
Yeah, but Elvin always works.
Elvin, yeah, when do you not work, Elvin?
He's actually at home.
Oh yeah, when we come visit.
Yeah.
This is how we force you to take a holiday. If you're like, wow, that butter is weird. It's still frozen, guys. We're gonna roll with that. Feel like we're there. Only Chef Mike will tell. Probably one of the main uses of a microwave for me is melting butter. It's like one of the main things that I do in there. Other than that, not too much else. One more. Millie, how are you? What about popcorn in the microwave? No, we do stovetop popcorn in like the little pot that you have to turn. It's the only way. Aw, Scrum, you're still yawning. Good morning. How are you? We are here. What's it gonna be, guys? Not enough.
Oh, yeah.
Not even enough. Okay, this is where we get a larger knife out. Clear the area. We need some more butt in here. Knife versus butter. Your son just said about popcorn too. Rook! Thank you for the 9 months, man. 9 months in a row. We're getting there. We're almost at a year. This is
You guys
crazy.
just had a baby.
Yeah. We had a baby. I guess that's one way to shave butter. Oh, this should get us right there. Do you see all those crunchums though? These butter flakes? That's very Michelin. Welcome to Kate's kitchen. Today we'll be serving butter flakes with our pancakes. I am well, Millie. I am well. Getting into the Christmas spirit. It's time. It's finally time. Okay, so we should be well on our way now. Back to actually doing things. Okay, so 3 cups of flour. Yes, Millie, I was thinking about it. Except I would be day drinking by myself, so I'd probably have to get Posh down here with me to make it a little bit better. Okay. We are there, guys. 100 mils of butter. What are you drinking, though? I don't have too much crazy stuff here to drink. And I don't want to drink up all the apple rum that I made. What?
Get hyped. Halfway to NYC stream.
What is this? Are you serious, guys? Thank you for the 100, not you, Siri. Thank you for the $100, whoever just anonymously donated that. We're seriously halfway to the NYC stream, and we have until the middle of February to get there. This is amazing, guys. Thank you so, so much. I am seriously blown away every day by the generosity of all of you. Because it is a team effort here. Okay, that was only 2 cups, right? How to distract Kate. Give her money. Yeah, that looks like 3 cups. Who was counting? We need help already. Okay, 90 mils of sugar. That's a weird one, right? Trust, though. Trust. This is hard, guys. I didn't think I poured in that much extra the first time. Okay. So sugar going into the flour. Just regular old white sugar. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. And last but not least, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And this is where we're gonna get all of our rise from. Millie, you think you're drinking a Pinot Noir. Love how you are not certain about that. She'll just take whatever she can get at this point. Day drinking confirmed. What? Why? Sammy's up to something. What happened?
Did it not work?
It's not working.
No!
We did this weird thing when we get a dono that it should be a mask that comes up. I'm not sure what's happening. You guys can dress me up. Okay, the baking powder is here. So we should be well on our way to making fluffy pancakes now that we're confirmed with the baking powder. What are you guys doing? Okay, dry stuff done. Fail. Yeah. Call them out. 2 1/4 cups of butt milk. Loud noises. What are we yelling about? I love lamp. I love lamp.
You love lamb?
You can't love lamp. No, I love lamp. Bud milk. If we can even get into this thing, here in Canada, you are not actually allowed to open your buttermilk. Okay, so 2 1/4 cups. Time for a new producer. I was just joking about that the other day, Steve. I was like, hey, I'm like my own little producer now. Just gotta make the right scenes. Never thought I'd be in this spot. Did we shake this though? This is a must. Because she's definitely thick. Nike's looking for a job. Hell yeah. Do you see that, poor guys? That is some viscous stuff. 2 1/4. Yum. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey, yeah. Okay, now our eggs. So it says 3 eggs. I'm not even gonna mess around with the chicken egg because it's gonna throw off our ratio for duck eggs. So I'm only gonna use 2 duck eggs instead of the 3 chicken eggs. But the cool thing right now, at least, that we have this 1 chicken egg is we can do the comparison. So like, look at that size difference. So now you can understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, duck eggs. That's when you know it's Kate pancakes for sure. So crack them into your buttermilk. Look at that yolk. Are they richer than normal eggs? Oh, yes. The yolk is richer, but I find the white to be lighter. Like, it's a very interesting kind of contrast that they have. And then they are basic, not acidic like chicken eggs. So you actually digest them a little bit differently as well. And you don't get this sulfuric taste and aroma when you cook them and eat them. You know how most people are like, oh, that smells like rotten eggs. You will never get that from a duck egg. So I'm just gonna whisk up the buttermilk and the egg right now, just to get the egg properly incorporated. And then we'll put in the butter at the last minute. Ooh. Making a mess. They taste great. Yeah, I am totally converted, as you guys can tell. Like, chicken eggs are just like, eh. Ooh. Might need a bigger bowl. Making a mess. That looks pretty well mixed. I'm just worried about the egg white not fully incorporating. That's the stubborn part, but it looks like we're good. I think if it wasn't fully incorporated, it would float to the top and you'd see these little strings of the egg white. Ooh, chicken eggs for spicy seasoning. That's a good point, Blue. Yeah, so now, like, when I eat chicken eggs, like, I need hot sauce on there. Because the taste is so much different from duck eggs. Like, chicken eggs taste so strong. Okay, so now we have our warm melted butter. And this is why this is my recipe. Take this out before Sammy yells at me later. The hair. So most people bring their milk product, whether it's milk or buttermilk, up to room temp before they put the butter in it. But I like to put the warm butter into the cold milk, and then you get these like little flakes of butter that float on top. And to me, that makes like more of a biscuit style texture, and it helps the pancakes rise. So like we want those little butter chunks in there. So I just whisk as I pour. There we go. So you might be able to see them a little bit. There's like the little yellow kind of floaters in there. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, Millie, I don't have a supplier. I have a duck hut.
Have you ever taken a photo of the duck hut?
Yep, I posted the duck hut on Discord the other day for Elvin, actually. When I went and got them. Okay, so now I'm just gonna give a quick whisk to our dry stuff. I don't even know if this bowl is gonna be big enough, but we'll push limits. Pushing limits. Yeah, a duck hut. It's about a half an hour drive from us. Literally, like, just in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. People selling duck eggs. $6 a dozen. So now, can't really tell here, but I made a little well. So the center is like kind of carved out and the edges are higher. I don't know if that really affects the pancake mixin'. But we're gonna pour in our wet. And then if we look at the bowl now, those are all our little butter globules that we made. So you definitely want to scrape those out. Yeah, so our little duck hut that we go to, no one is ever there in the hut. It's just this little hut that is not actually open all the time. They don't have hours. But there was one time that Sammy biked there and they weren't open. We biked there all for nothing. But they've been open every time that I go during the day. and you just pay cash. You leave the cash in a little box, being obviously honest, and write down what you took and how much cash you left, and then you take your eggs and everyone's happy. Okay, so now the fun part is we're gonna slowly start to mix the dry and the wet. And so what the well does is it slowly brings the dry stuff down into the wet as you mix it. And your whisk will get a little bunged up. And that's okay, because we actually want those lumps. But just keep kind of working your dry stuff into there. And this recipe, it makes a pretty thick batter, which we might actually switch from the whisk at this point. You're planning to move in the spring, Nike? Hey, what happened to the music? It shouldn't be just playing. YouTube, what happened? That's a great time to move, I guess, Nike. Hey, is like all the kids are done with school. Yeah, she be thick for sure, but I don't even know if I can get all of that out of the whisk. We might have to add extra buttermilk. Is that going to affect it? Maybe. Pancake batter. And the duck eggs, maybe. Guys, I'm just adding a touch. You have a farm that does raw milk like that. Oh, nice. That is something that's hard to find out here. But if you can find it, ooh, that's a treat.
That's such a good soundtrack. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
So good.
I love Guardians. Yeah, the batter, cottage cheese consistency. Let me check what happened to our music though real quick. I don't know what happened. It died. Okay, let's try something else. There might be an ad. I'm sorry. Okay, we're back. But this is the consistency you want, is like that cottage cheesy thing. So I'm not even gonna mix this all the way. Just gotta make sure that all the dry flour is off the bottom where it likes to get stuck. And other than that, this is where we're leaving it. So like, she's thick, guys. That is one of the thickest batters that I've made. And I think it's just because the buttermilk. The thickest. We have half an hour before the sausages are done. We actually did really good. Okay, so we can just let this rest at this point. That's a good idea to do that as well, because it will take the flour a little bit of time to absorb all the liquid there. Was there a dwarf named Lumpy in Snow White? I am not doing Japanese style pancake. I have never made those. I've always been really intrigued by them and kind of their texture and consistency, how like fluffy they are. But we should definitely try that. This is just my own fluffy pancake recipe that I have developed and perfected. The Japanese style pancake, nah, because they have the pancakes and then they also have the cheesecakes. Yeah, they be thick for sure. Okay, gonna put the dairy stuff away. So we can just leave that out. Totally okay. I think they are totally related to those crazy cheesecakes.
They look like it, yeah.
Those things are, like I said, crazy. I know some streamers have attempted them on stream. Okay, I'm just gonna be right back in like 30 seconds and then we're gonna prep up a little bit of banana for our pancakes today. Okay. So what's your guys' favorite way to eat pancakes? We got some spotty bananas to use up. Or you should play Jack Johnson. Banana pancake. Where'd you put the list, Sammy? You just need bananas.
Bananas.
Gotta put bananas on the list, guys. There's only 2 left. With my mouth usually. Oh, but loving it. Loving the sarcasm this morning. Use the pancake like a taco. Nice. Well, some people just do like butter and syrup. Other people do peanut butter jam. Or you can do banana or blueberry or strawberries and whipped cream. There's options, guys. Ooh, nice, Blue. Pan-fried pancake with lemon and sugar. That's a good combo. Substitutes include banana chocolate. Ooh, honey. I always forget about honey on pancakes. Thin and crispy on the edges. Okay, so the opposite of what we're doing today. Hey, Trueness. Chinese style duck pancakes. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, let's peel this banana. But are your kiddos loving school? And I want to do nice long slices of banana. So I think I want to do like 2 lengthwise slices of banana instead of doing it in the small rounds. So I'm going to cut it in half. And then slice it this way. And then you don't want it too thin because then it will burn. And you also don't want it too thick because then it won't really caramelize and cook. So I'm thinking, try not to break it. Maybe like a 1/4 inch thickness. You'd rather have chorizo, eggs, and potatoes with a wheat toast and honey butter. Well, that sounds fancy ass, Nike. Sounds delicious. Well, we have the chorizo, but we're doing it with pancakes today instead. That's a really thick piece. Your daughter loves it and looks forward to her homework. Oh, that's so cute. Your son usually likes it, sometimes has issues not doing his work. Ah, and he hates homework. Typical guy, I think. Not trying to like generalize a gender. But just talking from experience and having a brother. That makes sense. Hey, Pete, welcome in. How are you? Okay, so we got a nice little amount of sliced banana. Just trim this guy up. Then we can munch. Mmm. You gotta run! No, Elvin! Okay, we'll allow this. Take care, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for a stream. Otherwise, I'll catch you on Boxing Day and have a wonderful Christmas. Okay, I'm just gonna put those bananas onto a plate while we wait. Blue. Butt is actually, yeah, a lady. Butt is a her, not a him. Trying not to break these nice little slices of banana. Yeah, so Butt Burglar has been around in stream since the beginning. She was one of my very first subscribers way back when, almost a year ago. Getting up there. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna try to make like the really perfect little butter cubes to put on top of the pancake while we're waiting. Hopefully the butter's a little bit softer now. We will not take from this side. That is the opposite of what we want. And maybe I'm gonna run my knife under hot water, under the tap, and that'll heat it up, and then we should be able to just slide right through. You never knew Monastache was Graham's wife until a week ago. Yeah, the stuff that you find out about streamers, like especially for viewers, is so funny. When you're like, what? Just mind blown. Sammy's dropping snacks. It is absolute shot outside right now, guys.
Boy,
Not a good day.
Not a good day at all.
Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you about our crazy storm that we had the other day. We had the craziest windstorm. I don't know about the west coast of the States, but here on Vancouver Island, we had such a crazy wind and rainstorm the other day. Like, every single spot almost had their power out. There was like 870 power outages. But luckily where we are at the restaurant is there's a government dock there right on the water, so they always have to have power. So we rarely lose power. We're so lucky. But everywhere else in town was out of power. It's hilarious. It makes people crazy too. And then there was like so much debris littered all over the roads as well, because the wind was just like blowing branches and branches off of trees. We haven't had something like that in a long, long time. And then the trail where my mom usually walks the dog is all closed off because it was completely flooded over. And actually our forager at work that brings in mushrooms, he was at that area the same day, and he said he saw a kid got washed over the side of it from a crazy wave that came up. I know. Like, how scary is that? Okay, so we have our little butter pads, let's call them, ready to go. Yeah, a kid got washed by a freak wave. I mean, luckily he was okay, but like, very unexpected. Nike, it is a toffee. It is. Maybe I'll just put the butters on a little lid. Indominus. Oh, you have a sinus infection. I'm so sad for you. I used to get those all the time when I was younger, and they would last for like 2 to 3 weeks. It was so horrible. So I am feeling so sad for you right now. I hope you get well soon. Plus, no one likes to be sick around this time of year. Nike, you're such a lard ass. Look at our designs that we made today, guys. Yeah, Sammy's parents each sent us a thing of toffee for Christmas. We've been slowly opening this box of gifts that they sent us from Ontario. I'll show you a couple of the things that we already opened because they do kind of pertain to stream. But man, toffee is good. I never really ate it as a kid. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. You've been coughing up green snot. Yep. That's when you know you're infected. When that shit is not clear anymore. Are you ready? So I guess that means pizza stream coming up. Like, what is this even? The best. And they actually got that from an automotive parts store. Epic. Okay, next one, which excites me as well. A little fry and dip set. So I guess that means we have to do poutine coming up. So that's our 2 food-related things that we've gotten so far. Make it a pizza week. Oh my gosh, that would be epic. Totally should. Maybe that's what I'll do for like my birthday week, depending on how it goes. Pizza week. But we have to keep those under the tree. We can't open them because it's not Christmas yet. Super deep dish. Yes. Yes, Rook. Freaking love deep dish. And we'll make the dough from scratch. When's my birthday? Not till March. I don't think we can wait that long. Can't wait that long. This is crazy. The fry thingies can double for Sundays. That's true, Millie. Even though you can't see through them, it would still work. The bike, yeah, it might not make it through the deep dish. Sam's like, oh, we'll just throw out the other pizza cutter we have. I was like, no. This is like a really good one. We can't throw that out. I am a Pisces. I'm a fish. That's why I have to live by the water. It's a must. I know, right? Yeah, green bucks. Thanks for the advertisement. It's from Princess Auto. Well, we still have this other one that his parents gave us before. This thing is big. It is. That would for sure make it through the deep dish. You're a Capricorn. I can tell, Nike. Like you. Guys, green box is Sam's parents. Just so we are aware. Pampered Chef. Okay. So 12 minutes left. So that means that we can start to heat up our pancake griddle pan. So this is the setup on the stove. So this is going to be for pancakes. And I think we'll start it on medium heat. And then the other pan's going to be for sausage. But we still have about 10 minutes to go. But we have to start cooking the pancakes before we fry up the sausage because they'll take just a little bit longer. Hey, Autism Mama, how are you? Yeah, so I share the same birthday with Sam's mom. How cool is that? You were born on your grandfather's birthday and you both hate cooked carrots. It runs in the family. Yeah, just stealing her thunder, hey? Hey, Vyoon. Welcome in, man. Lovely to see you today. I am well, Mama. Thanks for asking. Okay, I just want a quick little spritz of canola oil on this pan. I always just do it once at the beginning of cooking. And then usually after that, it does not stick at all. And let's just take a quick peek at this because it looks crazy. So look at that texture. That's how your pancake batter should look. And gotta figure out what I want to scoop it out with. Obviously it's really thick. I might even just roll with that spatula. We're rolling with it. It's like curds and whey, totally. Like look at that. When I lift up the spatula, see how much bubbles are in there? That's what we want. Aw, thanks Green Box. Have a wonderful coffee. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow. I said maybe. It's almost pancake time. The thickest, but totally. That's some thick batter. She's gotta work out. Okay, we'll get the maple syrup out. It's almost time. How am I gonna pour it? Oh, I'm not gonna pour. We gotta like scoop that stuff on. Vyoon. Elvin was in here. He had to head out though. And you know what, Vyoon? We actually have not switched cameras just yet because the battery's gonna die if we don't keep it plugged in, and we can't do that. We're waiting for a cord. But when we go to plate, then we'll use the camera. We just can't use it for the whole stream, so we'll use it at the end when it really counts. Yeah, grab your glasses. You thought it was you. For once, hey Vune, you can say that. It's not me, it's you. Okay, so after this, after we make the pancakes and have a little bite to eat, then we are going to be working into our Meyer lemon preserves after Sammy leaves for work. So today we are making a Meyer lemon vinegar, a confit, and also the base for limoncello, which some of you may know what that is. And if you don't know what it is a lemon liqueur. Okay, Nike. You got some multitasking going on, watching some footy and some Cook with Kate. I know, Sammy just couldn't wait, Vune. He was so excited. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Limoncello is dope, and I'm excited to make my own. I always find it's like a little bit too sweet and like fake tasting. So hopefully this one turns out really well. Okay, our pan is getting there. We're close. Basically, once it kind of starts to smoke, we're good, and I'll turn it down. A hamster in a wheel. And all the recipes that I'm using for the preserves today are posted in Discord. Except for the vinegar, because that's just something that I got directions from somebody at work about how to make it. Yeah, just a little vodka. The vodka. I don't know, is the recipe vodka? It is vodka. I think I'm gonna do gin though instead. And hopefully we have enough of that. 2 cups of gin. I think we'll be alright. You got your gin in the mail today, but you don't have a decent tonic. Just take a little sip, Vune. But that's like one of those things that once you pop, you can't stop. For the juniper taste, yeah, I love that. I love the flavor of gin. Vodka, not so much. I will be honest with that. We got some of this. It's not an expensive gin, but it's great for infusing, so I thought this would be a good option. And that looks like 2 cups-ish. I guess we'll see. I think I just drank too much vodka when I was younger, Vune. And it's just kind of ruined now. I know it shouldn't have a flavor, but to me it does still have this like distinct vodka flavor. Is that weird? Okay, I can smell this. I can smell the pan. That means we're close. So I'm gonna turn it down to medium, and we have 3 minutes left on our sausages. So everything should time out pretty well. So I'm going to turn on the other pan now. Just like a nice medium heat as well. Don't want to go too high like last time where we got it too hot and it browned too quickly. So we'll take it down just a little bit lower. You think that only the super high-end vodkas, yeah, have no flavor. I have tasted really good vodkas before and I understand what you're saying. But like, I'm scared that even if I use a vodka and infuse it with the lemon to make the limoncello, I still won't like it. So instead I'm gonna try and like just play it safe and use gin instead, which I find is a lot more drinkable. Okay, let's do a little pancake test. We'll just do one. The only thing I'm worried is that they're not going to be the most round. But it started to sizzle as soon as we put it on there. So that's a good thing. Gin, always a good choice. It's true. Okay guys, so just take the sausages out of the water. Obviously you can see that they are fully cooked. So now we just need to put some color on the outside. So this is like the best way to cook sausage for sure. It's definitely not as messy. I'm gonna check this pancake. We're laughing. These are gonna be awesome. They're gonna turn out so well. Yeah, let the pancake trials begin. Even last night I was like, Sammy, but what if the pancakes aren't fluffy this time? I didn't really have anything else to say. Just had to throw out that what if. Like I was questioning myself. I was that nervous. Okay, I'm gonna give this a flip and then pay attention to how the coloring looks. So see how it's kind of like speckled like that? So that's how this batter always turns out. And I think that's partly due to having those little butter chunkies in the batter like that. So like it browns in certain areas and makes this cool little design. Okay, that was our timer for our sausage. And then the only other thing that you guys have to be aware of when you're cooking pancakes is you don't want the heat too high. So you don't want it to brown too quick before the inside cooks. Just gonna put a little bit of grapeseed oil into this pan for the sausage. Like, you know, it has rise. I know you guys can't see it, but so it's rising. So like this is the bottom layer, this is the top layer. It's rising and like kind of tipping over because it's rising so much. There have been times where we have to do like a double flip on the pancake because it just doesn't cook quite enough. I'll take a photo of this so that you can see. And I can quickly quickly post it in Discord right now. That's the rise. She's gonna be fluffy. You love watching pancake paintings? That's a thing? Just gonna do one more flip. But it's feeling good. I'm gonna move it over here and get some other ones started. So like these are literally a cake that is cooked on a griddle. Like that is what I think of when I think of a pancake. The one edge is a little bit under, but check it out, guys. That's some fluff. Like you can see that rise. Yum. So the inside's perfectly cooked. It's nice and light. Mmm. Mmm. It's good. I'm so happy this turned out. Okay, we'll fill this one other spot. That is a good pancake, guys. Pancakes higher than Nike. Confirmed. Sammy. The buttermilk made it so buttery. Yeah, the nooks and crans. Perfect for soaking up maple syrup. Okay, so now it's banana time over here. So I never put the bananas on first. I always put them on so that when you flip it, you'll cook the banana. So we'll do 2 slices per. And I see our sausage pan is hot, so that should time out perfectly as well. Because these will be ready to flip in a little bit. And we can kind of like press the banana in since the batter is so thick. And then the bananas will caramelize a little bit when you flip them over, right? Make sure that that's really centered. I think we're good. Okay, it's sausage time. Stoners don't go outside. There's no snacks there. Oh man, you guys. Yeah, double happy faces. Yes. How are they doing anyways? Okay. We have enough time to put our sausage in the pan. Should sizzle right away. They're spitting. They're spitting. Okay, the pan is at a good temp this time. Just let those do their thing. Are we ready for the flip? Okay, this is where this gets terrifying. Anyone else get like super nervous when they have to flip pancakes? Because this is gonna be tight. So Millie, what we did is we cooked the sausages in the sous vide or immersion circulator for an hour at 140 Fahrenheit. So they're fully cooked and now we just have to brown them up. Guys, they're too big. Now they're too fluffy. I can't do it. Okay. Have faith. 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. One, two, three. Ah.
Those are good pancakes.
Holy. I gotta wash out the spatula because we got it all doughy. When the fluff is too much, my friends, the fluff became too much. Double-decker tacos. What is this madness you're speaking of? Hey, carrot potato, welcome in. Perfect flips, thanks, Steam. We are pushing that pan to the limit, for sure. Okay, so kind of both sides of the sausage are browning up. So now I want to get this one side that's not brown. So I'm going to post it up against the side of the pan. Let it kind of rest there. Should be able to stay. Wonder how the bananas are gonna look when we flip these back over. Double-decker tacos, soft shell with beans on it, and then envelops it crispy. Ooh, I like the beans as like glue. Because doesn't Taco Bell just put cheese in the middle? Which is also a viable option. Yeah, literally cooking on the edge. Bean glue. You find American pancakes so weird. Here you have baked pancakes like a tortilla wrap. You put stuff on it, roll it up, and eat it. So you have like a crepe then. We're steaming That means the bananas are cooking. Maybe a minute or so more, and it's almost time to plate up. This is gonna be so good. Oh, crepes are different as well. Interesting, carrot potato. Is this what you classify as American pancakes then, or the really fluffy ones? Taco Bell does do the beans. Historical fact for you. You were working at Taco Bell when the double-decker taco came out. So it's near and dear to your heart then, hey Nike? Hey, this looks like they are good. Really good. Now you can just take that off the burner. It'll be okay to just kind of rest out back there. The fluffy, thick, and small. Well, these are fluffy, thick, and big. These are not small. I think we're good, guys. Before I take them off of the pan. Now you can tell the thickness. Like, look at that one. Insane. So, they're looking good. Holy shit. These might be the fluffiest I've ever made. And now we'll create the stack. So, it didn't brown up as nice as I wanted the bananas to, but it does look quite good. I think the banana almost steamed. But I know it looks uncooked, it's totally not. Okay? I just don't know how I feel about how they look like that. So I think I'm just gonna do that. We'll have sneaky banana pancakes today. And those are just staying there. We cannot move them. We will create the stack that dreams are made of. Probably bigger than my head. Do you even pancake stack, bros? Actually, we're gonna do this. How's that though? For a stack of pancakes. I know, it's got that lean on. Gotta put that butter nub. When the pancakes can't even fit in the camera frame because they're too tall. You mean this? You want some of this, Rook? Can someone please clip the syrup pour? I think I have to actually do this. Okay, that was a little bit too high. Now it seems like it's a little too low. Like a little post up. There we go. There we are, friends. Okay, ready? Ready to clip it? Today we have made Kate's fluffy pancakes. We are not sorry about this. The fluff has been achieved. Dang. Now everything just looks terrible on my iPhone camera. Yeah. Dang is right. Dang indeed, Steam. So now we're gonna get into it. I already had forks for us, but that's fine. Sammy's gonna go in for the cut. Yeah, hurry, turn it off. Now everyone's gonna want pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta melt the butter onto there. Gotta do it like per layer.
Don't melt the butter. You keep the butter cold.
Sammy says keep the butter cold. Yeah, these pancakes got some juice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The banana surprise kind of just tastes like banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can totally put the link in for the clip. Thanks, Indominus. Dying of sickness and still clips it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so this is gonna be the new cam setup.
How's it look, guys?
Okay, Samuel will keep eating the sausages, or the pancakes. I'll get a sausage. I'll just put it on a little plate. I'll slice it up. Yeah, come on in.
Oh, that's the bits goal. Actually, we just threw this together real quick to just show off the camera.
Chorizo.
But the camera's not gonna last long enough to even do a full stream, so we just kind of put it together and left it running for the plating.
Are you ready for this, guys? Once this focuses. It should. Doesn't want to. But like this squeeze. See how much juice is still coming out of that? That's why we circulate the sausages. Is all of that still stays in there? Whereas if you boil it first.
It's true. I'd like to have all of Twitch chat onto this right now.
Yeah, everyone needs to come for pancakes. Mmm. Sausage is actually really good with it because it's a little bit spicy. Obviously, the pancakes are sweet. The destruction. That's satisfying. I haven't had pancakes like that in a while. Yeah, the sausage is a good little snack in between pancake bites for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys having for breakfast? Do you guys ever do anything special for like a Christmas pancake or Christmas breakfast? Hey, Dark Wolf, welcome in. We are just munching right on time. Okay, I'm gonna drop a couple more pancakes over here. They're not Selections brand chorizo. What is Selections? Safeway?
Yeah, I think Western Family. Maybe.
You used to have hooker's breakfast, coffee and cigarettes, but you quit smoking, so now you just have coffee. Oh man.
So good. Hit all of the spots.
You showed your grandma and she said they looked good. Yes. Grandma approval means so much. Yeah, Ma. I will look at that link afterwards, Nike. Okay, I'm gonna drop a few more pancakes. And if we look at the pan, so now the banana has kind of caramelized on. I think I'm just gonna wet a towel and try and wipe that off because I'm scared it might burn. We just gotta be careful. Sammy, are you full?
Yeah.
Sammy's full, but we're still making more. I don't know what he did to me. What is he doing? What is this? Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Felix. Felix Navidad. Okay. Santa's here, guys. Do not fear. Okay, we're going in. Should it stick? Maybe I should just spray, just in case. Just in case. So now the rest are just going to be plain. I'll turn that burner up a little bit more again. But it's not Christmas yet. Soon, though. It's too soon. We have to say it. We've been saying Merry Christmas for a good couple of weeks already. Okay, I'm gonna keep munching. Yeah, the word spicy can totally be confusing. It's true. And then other people are like, oh, this is hot. And I'm like, well, by hot, you mean it's spicy, right? Because most food should be served hot. So like hot and spice is always another confusing one as well. It's Christmas Eve. I love that. Yeah, because some people like food that is spiced, where you just use spices, but then other people like spicy food, which means there's some sort of pepper. Yeah, Christmas Eve. These pancakes are so filling. I don't even know if I could eat 2 whole ones of these. But I will cut up a little bit more sausage.
Yeah.
Sammy says yeah. And then we're gonna get into some lemon stuff. Meyer lemon preserves, my friends. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas. And all through the house, no creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Okay. Things were all mellow. Even Irving the mouse. Gotta set the cutting board back up. Getting back into it. Give it a little wipe. Hallows Eve. I like that version of it, totally. But I don't think I really use it that much. Unless someone else says it like you just did. Hallows Eve. Oh no, Vune. Difference between too many spices and too hot. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna watch it on mute. Oh! Just watching their facial reactions without the sound. Epic. There's a spicy one too. Oh, perfect, Spice Girls. Too much spice. Can you ever have too much spice though, Vune? I don't know if that's possible. Let me just check these real quick. They are all right. Coming back to it. You have a half roast ham in the fridge. Any leftover ideas other than sandwiches? Have you ever made ham a la king? It is so old school. And I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind. Ham a la king. It's basically puffed pastry that you cover with like a creamy sauce that has like ham and vegetables in it. Or yeah, you can definitely go the breakfast route. Make a hash of sorts. Ham and cheese quiches. Yes, Nike. That's a good one. Or like a frittata. A frittata. It's always a good option too. Quiches. Okay, okay. We'll go with the quiches. Okay, so I'm looking at this Meyer lemon confit stuff that's going on here while we're waiting for the last couple of pancakes to cook. This recipe is from Food in Jars, is what the site is called. And then here is our bag of Meyer lemons. So we did, what we got was 4 pounds for $4, which was a really, really good deal. I think only one of them is getting sad. R.I.P. lemon. This lemon is limping a little bit. You want me to say that, Carrot Potato? Andiv Stampat. Andiv Stampat. Yeah, I did Vune. I did. Now I'm gonna go flip these. It's time. We're flipping out. Oh no. There we are. Good coloring. Nothing's burnt. Ham a la king. Yeah, literally straight out of the 50s. You can make the loaded fries in 2 days. Yum. That was super close pronunciation. Anyone else find the little single sausage in the pan a little bit creepy to look at? It's kind of funny. You mean you want me to make it once? Okay. Can you post a link of the recipe you want me to make? And then I'll check it out after stream. It's dated for sure, but it actually tastes really good, Millie. It is not overrated. Okay, so our Meyer lemons. So far, what we've done with them is we have preserved them in salt and, ooh, hello kimchi. Oh, okay, ready for this? When you almost forget about your kimchi. Real quick. But listen to this. Mute the music for a sec. Oh, okay, so there was a little bit of gas in the jar when I just kind of touched the lid. So this is our kimchi, and it has been fermenting at room temp for what, 5 days now, I think? We're coming up to a week. Radish kimchi. But it's not super stinky yet. So I'm just gonna give it another little kind of shake is what you're supposed to do. Kind of shake things up. And then we don't want the lid on too tight because there is gases that are being released in here as it ferments. So you need those gases to be able to escape. Otherwise, that shit will blow. So I'm gonna put that back up there for a couple more days. It's not as funky yet as I want it. And I also want to see a little bit of bubbles along the top here. So like carbonation almost. And then here are the last batch of Meyer lemons that we did. We just preserved them in salt in the jar. And then the salt drew out all of the moisture from the lemons. So that's what they're sitting in. And they have to be completely submerged in that. Otherwise, they could go bad. How to make a kimchi bomb. It could happen, you. And these lemons is we're going to be using those for the first time this week when we marinate the lamb for the rotisserie. So we're going to do preserved lemon and herb marinated lamb on Boxing Day. So that's all we've done with the Meyer lemons so far. Those guys are donezo. I think we might have 3 more to make. And they're still fluffy as ever. You do kimchi bombs when you eat spicy food? Oh no. Yeah, exactly, carrot potato. So like your orange kiwi juice was starting to ferment. That's why there was gases built up in there. Yeah, these aren't souffles. They hold their rise. Okay, we're just gonna make one big pancake for the last little bit of batter. One biggin, right in the middle of the pan. What makes souffles so hard? I think it's just like the egg white. Folding the egg whites into your batter and then baking them, I think is the hardest part. It's like literally slamming the oven door closed could make your souffles fall. Is they're just really delicate. So temperature and timing, I think, is the most important. Okay, so this confit, Meyer lemon confit. So what confit means is to cook something slowly in its own fat. So obviously Meyer lemon is not an animal, so it doesn't have its own fat that we can cook it in. But that gives you some freedom to choose whatever type of fat you want to cook it with. And so then typically we're going to use some olive oil here. You want a nice olive oil. And then the olive oil gets infused with a heady combination of brightness from the lemon oil, as well as the tartness from the juice, and then just a little bit of bitter undertone from the pith, which is the white part. And then the lemon itself becomes a little bit more mild, and the peel gets tender because we cooked it. It's almost like we salt preserved it, minus waiting 3 weeks. And obviously without the overpowering saltiness. And then you can use both the lemon infused oil and you can also use the confit lemons as well. So there's no waste here at all. You can also take it a little bit further and add some herbs as well if you wanted. Anything like thyme or rosemary or even parsley. And as well as a couple spices, like we could put some bay leaf in there or black peppercorn. And this recipe can't be canned, but we can vacuum seal it with the food saver, which is what I'm going to do. And it says it'll keep for at least 2 weeks in the fridge or months in the freezer. So I would say pack it in little containers and put it in the freezer so that you can just take out a little bit at a time when you need it. And that way it'll stay the best. So we're not gonna make this whole recipe because it uses 6 lemons. I'm gonna do about half of it. So we'll use 3 lemons to do this and 1 cup of oil. We have to wash and dry the lemons, half them lengthwise, and then cut it into slices between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch thick. Okay, so they actually do this on the stove top. So it says put them into a pan and add the olive oil and then heat it on very, very low heat for 1 hour. You want a very low simmer, the occasional bubble popping up. And then you take that out and put it into the jar. But since I'm going to do this in the vacuum sealer, I think I might just do it in the circulator. I'm just not sure what heat to do it at, that's all. Ooh, Za'atar would be really nice. I need to check this last thing. This is insane. This has gotten very large and in charge. I think it's time for a flip. It's time, guys. Not so bad. Tuck in some of those loose edges. Oh, the Za'atar would totally work. Sammy, what would you estimate the temperature to do this at?
What?
I'm gonna just Google Confit Innova. But they're gonna give us temperatures for meat. So I don't think we want it that high. I know a lot of times at work, we do our vegetables in the Innova at 85 Celsius. 345, yeah, let's just pull a random number and go with it. So maybe I'll do, what is 85 Celsius? Converting. This is why I have a converter on my phone. 185 Fahrenheit. But since we want to do it longer, I think I'll go 100 Fahrenheit. Let's roll with it. I'm gonna turn it down. This thing has to cool off anyways. And I'm actually just gonna turn this pancake pan off and let it just keep cooking from the residual heat. Yeah, we're learning some stuff today, guys. Sammy's getting ready to go to work. Just leave the cupboard open. Classic. Okay, let's come back over here. Okay, so we use 3 of these for the confit. Norges says, what the heck? Das heck.
Okay.
Sammy's leaving us.
Bye, everyone. Going to work.
We're going to work. Sammy's leaving.
Yeah. She screwed up the first pancakes. She had to make better pancakes.
Pancakes take 2. Ooh, there is a clip, Norges. We took a clip of the syrup pouring this time. Just gonna go say bye to Sammy. Okay, we're back. Norges, how are ya? Okay. These lemons, Meyer lemons, are unreal looking. They're so nice.
Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Copy. There you go, Norges. Working on the last presents for the family. Nice. Okay, so we have those three for the confit. Since we already have a bunch of the preserved ones and they're pretty similar, I'm not going to do too much, but just wanted to show you a couple different ways that we can make these last longer so that we can use them throughout the year, since they have only about a month-long season during the winter time. So this is something really special. And a Meyer lemon is a cross between a lemon and a mandarin orange. So it's both sour and sweet. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 other ones to use. Your internet died. No. Okay, so we gotta wash these up. First and foremost, 11 lemons. Time for hard lemonade. We'll make the hard lemonade when we have the limoncello made, aka in like a month. We gotta wait a month for this. But the good things take time. Are you making cheese? What the frick? I like making cheese. Got the pork belly in the sous vide. 24-hour cook, 67 Celsius. Yes, Norges. That's what you're doing for Christmas? With the fam? I think we should make our bag first. Might actually have one already made to seal it up in. I think this will actually be pretty perfect size once it's all cut up. That way we can put it nice and flat. So I'm just going to open this up. I always flip the edges over, because one thing that I have found when working with vacuum sealing machines, whether it's expensive or a cheap one, is you don't want anything to dirty the seal. So like if you get any kind of oil or grease or even liquid on there where you put it in to seal, it's not going to seal the same. So I always just flip that edge over so it doesn't get dirty at all. Swine for the best of times. Okay, so now we are going to, just going to take the end off. Trying to waste as little as possible, obviously. So there is how it looks when we cut into it. Not too different from 11, but the flavor is really different. Now I'm going to turn it onto the flat side, because that's obviously easier to cut. And then we are going to do, what did it say? 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick slices. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8 slices out of each one. That looks really nice, hey? And it smells amazing. Let's see though. Should we do the lemon test and see actually how sour these are? Let's have some fun today, guys. It's still sour, but it is a little bit sweet. It's definitely tastier than a lemon. That was not even on purpose either. Like there's something in your body that just makes you make that face. It was less bad the second time. Once your palate kind of gets used to it. Norges, you're doing some pinkjot, salted and dried lamb ribs. That sounds delicious. Viewin's having steak for Christmas dinner. I'm gonna guess that you got a ribeye and a strip loin. Tequila is missing. Oh, I don't know if I want to start with tequila right now. But we do have some here. We got some really nicely marbled entrecote and flank steak. What is entrecote? I'm gonna guess that's like ribeye? We do not call it by that here. Okay, so now into the bag. I know that entrecote here is like a style of preparing the steak, where you make this lovely kind of brown sauce with it. It's ribeye. The marbling on that is insane though. Yeah, ribeyes are so good. So the only thing here, guys, with our lemons is you want all of the slices to be consistent in thickness, so that when they confit or when they cook, they'll all cook at the same rate as well. It's really important. Oop. Dropping knives. You're having Korean fried chicken and Jamaican beef patties. Spending it alone this year. That should be super peaceful, Millie. That sounds yummy. Interesting combo, but I think it would work well together. Korean fried chicken and beef patties? Europe calls ribeye entrecote most of the time. Okay, well at least my guess was correct. Yes, still got it, guys. Better text Sammy right now. I just remembered that we need frozen blueberries as well for smoothies. Okay, here's our bag though. So now we just have to add oil and some flavorings to it. Frozen bloobs. He's gonna laugh at me, because we almost forgot that last time as well. You're a little bummed out. Yeah, Christmas, spending it alone can be a little bit hard for some people. Especially when you're used to spending it with others. But you're definitely not alone in that, Millie. And sometimes it's kind of a good thing to just spend it alone and enjoy your time with yourself, because that can be a rare thing. Whoa, Vune. That's a really, really good looking ribeye because of the size of the rib cap there. So like that outside part of the meat, the fact that that makes up half of the steak, you did good, sir. So here, like the rib cap on our ribeyes are like that big. Like maybe half an inch. That's it. So that's why not gonna lie, I rarely buy steaks unless they look like the one that you just posted. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so now we need a cup of olive oil. 1 cup, I guess I'll just measure. Yeah, it almost does look like a Kobe. Kobe. When you see it, you know. You're like, that's the one. That is a true ribeye. So like that outside piece on that ribeye is the most expensive cut of beef. It's called the rib cap. And I believe Sammy said it goes for like $30 a pound or something crazy like that. Are you sure? It's really expensive. Oh, we're sure. Your wife is vegetarian, Vune? The oil is going in. We put the oil on the lemon. She used to be okay. Keyword used to. Okay, so I think I do want to put bay leaf in here, since I just picked some fresh ones off the tree at work and brought them home. You can definitely tell they're fresh by how green they are still, hey? So that's gonna be good. And I don't know if I want to put any other herbs in there. Maybe we will do like the bay leaf black pepper route. Yeah, fresh bay leaves. I cannot use anything else. Yeah, we totally have the Euro crew rockin'. And the Canadians. Euro crew. This is why I streamed at this time on Sundays, is for you guys. Okay, so I think I have maybe 10 peppercorns in there. And then 1 bay leaf. So I'm just gonna move this aside for a sec. And then we're gonna seal this up. That's it, guys. How simple was that? You don't have to add any salt, but you can. You can add salt if you want. Let's get this crazy thing in here. Yeah, to get the best viewers. Yeah. Yeah, Norges. So now we can unflip the top part of the bag. I believe this is where we go. I have not used this thing that often, so it always feels like a new thing to me. I'm just used to the massive one at work. Okay, so we're gonna push this. No, we're not. Oh, we gotta push this. And now I can control how much air I take out so that I don't get the oil everywhere. Seal it! Hurry! Yes, steam. Clear your throat. North Americans, hello? Okay, guys, so here is the bag. It is not completely sealed. If you can see just the little bit of air there on the top, but that's as close as I can get it with this type of machine. And basically, as long as all of your lemons are submerged in the oil, which they are, and I tried to push the bay leaf down in there as well. That's all we're looking for. So one thing done. Confit lemon. And the circulator has to cool off since we had it at a higher heat for the sausages, so that's gonna take a little bit. So while that keeps cooling off, we'll work into our vinegar and also the limoncello. Hey, Matt! You thought I was already on. We are here, man. We've been here for a little bit already. The pancakes are done. Work blocked Twitch and your net again. No, that's the worst, man. Okay, so confit Meyer lemon. That looks really good. Happy with that. Oh, the pancake art. Okay. Awesome, Yoon. I understand now what you mean. This all makes sense now. Matt, this is what we did earlier. Okay, confit, done. Well, that was easy. Now, for the vinegar, so this is just going off of directions from my fellow coworker, Scott, who is freaking awesome at fermentation. So he said to make the Meyer lemon vinegar, since I couldn't really find anything online for it, is we just have to make a 1% salt brine for it. And then you let that sit for about 3 weeks. Let me see how much lemon we need for the limoncello. Only 3? Okay. We're good. Really bad crepes, yeah. I'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. And then we'll make some of that. And hither. We are hither. We did not make crepes. Trade maple syrup for Stroop waffles. Yes. Nike, call him out. Matt was actually watching other people. Okay, so our vinegar. So we will, I think we'll just slice these up the exact same way that we just prepared them for the confit. So we'll have to wash the skin as well. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna wash the skin because we want the natural bacterias on the outside of the fruit for the ferment. After Tuesday, I'm not on? What do you mean, Matt? Oh, for the week. That's fair. Okay, so we'll prepare those the same way. We'll slice them up, and then we have to weigh them. And then we will do 1% of the weight of salt, and then the same weight of the lemon mass of water. So then we'll make this little brine up. And then these, once again, they have to sit for about 3 weeks to make the vinegar. And then actually, true vinegar takes a year to sour, you guys, or like get properly acidic. So this cider vinegar that we made in the fall from the apples, this is gonna take up to a year to get it to the right acidity. So that's why when we went to make the apple cider vinaigrette the other day, it wasn't that acidic. And I found out it actually takes a year to get vinegar to the right acidity. But I found out the way to speed that up. So if we look into here, you see that weird stuff in there? So that's actually called the SCOBY. So vinegar can create scobies kind of same like they do their mothers. So the mother's at the bottom, if you look at the sludge there, that's the vinegar mother. And then the SCOBY is the bacteria and the yeast combining and being happy together. So if we break that up and kind of whisk more oxygen into there, it will sour faster. Yeah, it is like a kombucha. But you can't use this SCOBY for kombucha. And also, if you're not careful, the SCOBY in the vinegar can actually grow to be the entire thing. So that's why it's good to break it up. But we can use some of this SCOBY in here to make the lemon vinegar. But we won't do that until after the 3 weeks. So yeah, a little bit of vinegar knowledge, and I am probably a really annoying person at work because I always ask questions of stuff that I don't know and that I know Scott knows. Trying to learn as much as possible. Had to text my mom back. She wants me to come up and chat. I was like, sorry, I am streaming right now. So once again, we'll just take the ends off of our Meyer lemons. Do I have any kombucha drinkers in here? I am picky about kombucha. I don't like when it's super sour. And maybe I think we can't do this in a sealed bag. So for me to do it in a vacuum bag, it's not gonna work. So let me just go grab. This might fit in this one jar I have here. Gotta love them old peanut butter jars. Yeah, you drink kombucha, Steam? You've never tried it, Nike. It's supposed to be really good for you, for digestion and stuff. Matt, how was your week? Y'all ready for Christmas? know some of you know the restaurant Noma in Copenhagen. So they just came out with their fermentation book. And what they do to speed up their vinegar souring process is they use an old fish tank pump to continually pump oxygen into their vinegar mixture. And they can actually make some vinegars within a week doing that. It's brilliant. Sorry guys, I don't have an old fish pump tank. So this is gonna take a good 3 weeks. Norges, you're gonna be on the 26th for the lamb. Yes. Okay, perfect. You gotta head off and finish your gifts. Sounds good, man. Thanks for everything. And can't wait to cook some lamb for you. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas. That's a great way to describe it, Millie. Get that little bit of bite from ginger beer and then add fruit juice to it. Some of them are too sour though. Some of them are like very vinegary. You might stream later. Yes, dude. How is that going for you? Are you enjoying it? So let me describe this to you right now as I cut this. As I'm cutting this, it smells like a mandarin orange. But obviously when I tasted it, it still tastes more like a regular lemon. Pendleton. Yeah, it is fun, hey? I'm not cutting in half. So that's gonna be a full jar. Hopefully it'll all fit in there. But first we have to weigh this anyways. So let me just clear up this. Definitely juicy as well. I don't know if you can see how much juice I am cleaning off the board every time. Nice little freshen up of our cutting board too while we do this. Rook, you're gonna get more sleep before you gotta drive to your parents' house. Okay, man. Thanks for chilling with us for a little bit. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and have a safe drive. We need a scale. Yeah, give Pendleton a hug for us. Okay, so I'm gonna go in grams. It's zeroed. You wanna make sure of that. So we'll weigh our lemon. 546 is the number. Time for some math. So we know that the 546, we're gonna need that weight of water for the brine. And then we need 1% of that weight of salt. So a really, really low amount of salt in here. It's all grams and ounces. This should all fit. I can probably crush it down. Crush it. So 5.5 grams of salt only. Yeah, that's how much water we need. Exactly, Matt. Now, making brines is actually really simple once you do it a couple times. It was kind of weird for me the first couple times I did them at work. But once you get the hang of it, it's so simple. So 5.5. I don't know if we can do the half gram, but as long as we get around 5 or 6. So there's 5, and I'll just give another little extra pinch. Oh, and it bumped up to 6. So there's that. And then our water. So 546. So we need to make sure the container is zeroed. This brine is just for our lemon vinegar, Millie. That's what we're putting together right now, is a vinegar. I'm gonna try and get it right on point. 415, close. Just bump it up a little bit. I always play that game with myself though. Boop. You never thought you would ever need to figure out cubic feet, and you use that formula all the time. I am so bad at math. You got woken up, Blue. You can't hear me, but the cam is frozen. What? Yeah, don't be mad. Have some juice. Okay, so we got all the things for our vin. I'm gonna mix the salt into this just to make sure that it is dissolved. Refreshed. I'm back. I'm asleep. Night, night. Okay, that looks good. Hopefully this all fits in the jar, and then we'll give it a good smash down. I'm really hoping that it'll all fit. Otherwise, we gotta transfer it. Might have to split it in between a couple. And that's okay. That is a-okay. Okay, that looks like it's covered. Just need a little bit. And then I'm gonna smash these up a bit as well. And so once again, this is something that you want to keep underneath the liquid at all times. So I know that they make weights for this type of stuff. I really did want to buy some off Amazon. I just haven't gotten around to it. Is they just make these like little glass pieces that sit right on top and weigh the fruit or whatever you're fermenting down. but I've been using lids. So I've just been cutting apart lids and kind of forming them in there so that they spread out and hold it down. I'll show you what I mean. What's the word for when they use the wood stick to mush the limes in the mojitos? Muddling. I have one of those. And you can muddle it a bit. This is a muddler. It's called mooshing. Moosh. Mooshy mooshy. So this is what I'm doing to the lid. So I like cut a slit in. I'm just gonna cut out a little bit from the middle. And then we'll be able to do something like that in the jar. And then it will expand and hold everything down. I'm clearly drank all the wine. Yeah, you did, Millie. Like so. So that's the thing when you're a chef, guys, is you always have to be very creative. If you don't have the tool that you need, this is like, you get it in your mind that you're going to complete this, so you'll figure out how to do it. So that is my way of weighing down the fruit. Pinot Noir. I think I'm gonna get into some port in the next couple of days. Some blackberry port that I have been holding on to for a little bit now. So into the next jar, I might actually have to trim this one, it's pretty big. Port is not wine. It's liqueur, it's true. Or sorry, black currant. Black currant port. From 2017. It's almost been aged a year. This should fit. Let's do it. Ooh, maybe it was a bit too large. Large and in charge. We'll give it one more trim. And there we are. Okay, Meyer lemon vinegar has been prepped. So the next thing we gotta do is we want bacteria and all that stuff to be able to get into the liquid here, because that's how you make your vinegar. You got your wife's art book today. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, gifts are sometimes so stressful. If you get something that you think they'll really love, it's stressful. Because what if they don't like it? So in order to keep the bacteria to get into there, but to kind of keep this sanitary, I'm just gonna cut a little bit of cheesecloth to put over this. You don't need a lot of layers either. Just one layer is more than enough. And we also are not obviously going to seal this, because once again, you're gonna have some gases that are gonna be forming. So you don't want this to explode. So all I do is cover that up, put an elastic band over it just to hold it. And then we put this in, you actually don't want to cool dark place. You want like kind of a warm dark place because you need a little bit of heat to get things going. She guessed what it was. That's the worst. You work so hard to like make it a surprise and then she still figures it out. You had to lie. Just lie. So she thinks she's getting it for her birthday instead. Hilarious. Gotta nurture the brew. Yeah, we totally do, Millie. It's gonna be a little bit. My fermentation cabinet is getting full, guys. I think I'll have to find another place soon to keep all this stuff. So yeah, I keep my stuff in the cabinet that's over the stove. So that's the cabinet that I don't open that much, but I know that it gets kind of warm there from being above the stove. So that's my chosen place to ferment. And it seems like it works really good since the apple cider vinegar is doing its thing. Got woken up, your mom asking for your help to hide a Christmas present. It's a flat screen TV. Where are you gonna hide that? It is not an easy thing to hide. Okay. Up into the cabinet. I think we gotta take a couple things out first though, or do some rearranging at least. Move over, Vin. We got a new kid in town. Cattington Bakes, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Oh, it just fits. Just fits, my friends. You hid it behind a table. Very inconspicuous. Okay, next up, limoncello. Because it is the season to drink. I'm just gonna keep kind of munching on the sausage as well that's over here. Yeah, I might actually have to buy a cabinet. I was thinking about that, Millie. It's like, I guess we're gonna get to that point. Yeah, fermentation station. Hey, Eric, how are ya? Okay, Meyer lemon liqueur, aka homemade limoncello. The yield for this is going to be 24 ounces, or 3 cups, or 710 mils. It should only take us about 20 minutes to make it. And so for every 2 cups of alcohol, so typically they use vodka, that is 80 proof, so 40% alcohol by volume. You need 3 Meyer lemons, or 340 grams worth. So I might actually weigh those out. And so what we have to do is peel the lemons with a vegetable peeler. Ta-da! Being careful to strip only the zest and as little as the white pith as possible because that's the bitter part. Place the lemon zest in a large clean glass jar. I have to go grab another jar now. Pour the vodka over the zest. Seal the jar, shake well. Store at room temp in a dark cupboard for 45 to 60 days. This one's even longer. This is like 2 months. Shaking the jar once a week. When the lemon peels look very pale, almost white, you're ready to proceed with the recipe. Oh, this is gonna be fun to see it change over time. And then we have to make a syrup. So I'm gonna make the syrup today because I won't be able to keep the Meyer lemons for those 2 months while we wait for it to do its thing. So we'll make the simple syrup today. So we place a cup of sugar, half a cup of water, and then a 1/4 cup of the fresh Meyer lemon juice into a saucepan, bring it to a boil, reduce to a heat and simmer for 2 minutes until all the sugar is dissolved, and then we cool it. And then when the liquor is ready to finish, we put the syrup into it, keeping the zest in there still. Let it go for another week with the simple syrup. And then after that week, we strain everything out. And it says you can store it in the freezer and serve it really cold. And you want to use white sugar here, not the organic kind, which is a little bit darker, because you want to keep your liqueur really nice and clear looking. If you use any other type of sugar, it's going to turn it more dark, which we don't want. So let's get this started. Aw, thanks, Vian, for posting that clip. Yeah, we also have pancakes here. Just short a 2-6er. Have you ever been woken up before? Now you know how murderers feel before they commit a crime. It's such a funny feeling, like going to wake people up. Like you just like sneak in. You're like, you don't want to scare them, right? Okay, so I think we should measure out our alcohol first. I'm using gin today, guys, like we talked about earlier, just because I'm not a huge vodka fan. And I'm worried that the vodka is still not going to be my favorite thing, even once I go through all the trouble of infusing it. So I'm going to play it safe and use some dry gin instead. So 2 cups worth. Hopefully we have that amount. Come on. Literally just at the line. It was meant to be. Let's just say that. And why don't we just put it back into here? Since this is 750 mil and it says it makes 710 mils. This is brilliant. Makes so much more sense. That's a fit, exactly. So, go through all that effort to measure it out. Now we put it back in. We put the gin back in the bottle. And I don't think it'll be too difficult to get the lemon peels out of here after. I think it'll be okay. When I'm not cooking, how do I chill out? Good question, Millie. I like to spend time outside for sure when it's nice out here, which it looks like the weather's kind of clearing up. So I like to go for hikes. I do mountain biking as well. I like to read a lot, and then my other little hobby is like coloring books. I love to color and do artsy stuff like that. But it's honestly, Millie, it's a little bit difficult for me to like actually chill out. I always, like, I love to stay busy and always do stuff. And then when I feel like I really do need to chill out, I always have like an Epsom salt bath. and then do some yoga afterwards. Kind of brings me back. Okay, so let's see how this peeler is for this. So it's okay. Maybe if I find that I'm peeling too much of the white stuff off, we can like kind of cut it off afterwards. You have zero chill. Yeah, it is so hard for me to chill. I'm gonna move this out because I'm just being funny about trying to not knock it over. So obviously the more white that you have on the peel, it's gonna make the liqueur taste bitter. So that's why we don't want that. Must be tough in the colder months since I can't be outdoors. Well, here's the thing though, Millie, is I can totally be outside here. Yes, it gets super rainy where I'm at, but it's not cold. Like, it's very rare that we actually get snow here that stays on the ground. So to me, this is much, much better than living in Alberta still and freezing my butt off. And the way that I kind of combat it being more dark here with the rain is I have 2 sun lamps. So they're called happy lights. And then they give off a little bit or like a low dose of UV rays. And I find that really, really helps me to not get sad. And it's actually a disease as well. It's called seasonal affective disorder. It's called SAD. That people typically get out here on the West Coast because there's not as much sun during the winter. And it's basically like a form of depression almost. So I just go through like preventative measures so I don't get to that point. So I'm just trimming off that little bit of white from them, as you guys can see. I think this is a really important step. Like, if you're going to do this, you should definitely do it right and not rush it. Yeah, sun lamps. I picked them up from Costco. I think they're $50 each, but they work so well. And like, that is what I'm using right now. So I have one on each side of me, facing me. And that is how I light up the stream. And that way I get my sun while I'm streaming and inside. Getting 2 birds stoned at once. I mean, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah. Can use some of that D, the vitamin D. Thanks, Vune. It's actually not my way of saying it. It's Trailer Park Boys. Getting 2 birds stoned at once. It's perfect. Okay, so there's 1 lemon all trimmed up. So that's all we got. There's a little bit of white on there, but we did trim off quite a bit. Friends of yours are in Amsterdam right now. Oh, man, I love Amsterdam. Such a beautiful place. And beautiful people, I have to say. Everyone there is so nice and happy. And they bike everywhere. Definitely one of my favorite places I've had the pleasure of traveling to. Sammy says the butcher shop was crazy, guys. Just the lineup to get out and pay took him 20 minutes. So he picked up the leg of lamb for Boxing Day for Norges. The lamb has been acquired. Nike, you got some vitamin C. Yeah, it's not just about the coffee shops there for sure. Amsterdam is much more than that. But that's all the tourists really know, right? It's kind of silly. There's really good food there as well. Boxing Day lamb. Rotisserie stream, guys. Is Sammy gonna hit the leg like Rocky Balboa? Yeah, let's totally do it, Nike. Because I'll have to debone it as well. And I think I'm gonna be marinating it on Christmas, so the day before, and letting it sit overnight. So I'll make sure that I post the Discord photos of the marination process on Christmas. Capiche. I haven't heard that in so long. Capiche. We are trimming quite a lot off of here. It's a good thing that we are. Nobody wants bitter limoncello. We want it sweet and sour. That's it. You're only chill when you're eating good food. That is so true. So like we had a bunch of Christmas parties the last couple of weeks at work. And like we had quite a few bigger ones where they filled up the whole restaurant. They bought it out. So like when you give 30 people all of their food at the same time, that is the one time in the restaurant where it's just silent. People are just eating. There's no chatting, there's no nothing, they're just enjoying the food. It's always so funny being in the kitchen because you can hear how noisy it is outside. People are like laughing and yelling and stuff. And then as soon as the food hits the table, silence. It's like you know you did your job well. The experience. Totally. I'm gonna have some fresh smelling fingers today. What's going on in South Philly? You guys lost me. The people are cray. Yeah, I have heard of one of those restaurants, Millie. I am interested. It's intriguing, for sure, eating in the dark and not seeing what you're eating, because that is such a big experience, right? Is seeing the food and how it's plated. So, like, if you take that away, you're taking one sense away, which means all of your other senses are going to be heightened. I think it would be fun. There's one in Toronto. I think there is one in most major cities now. I know there was one in Vancouver before we left. There might be one here in Victoria. Not sure. Correct term would be assholes. All right, Nike. All right. Hey, Maka Waka!
Hashtag charity.
Thank you for the 10 biddies for charity. How are you today? Okay, our lemon peels have been processed. And now to stuff them in. This is where the lemon meets the gin. Where we go from here, I don't know, guys. This is new to me. Would you guys try eating at the restaurant in the dark? Like, is that something that you're like, oh, that would be cool? I am skeptical of it. What if it's like a total letdown? And plus, being a chef, it's always fun for me to see how other people like prepare and plate their food. Like, seeing it is such a big part of how the food is presented. You love the dark. You are one with the dark blue. WWE, you're like, nah, I'm good. Hey, Ryan. What's up, man? Good to see you today. Hope you are well. You are Batman. Okay, guys. Look how good that looks. We have infused the Gordon's gin with the Meyer lemon peels. So now, just kind of twist that on. Actually, we'll twist it on tight first. Give it a little shake to get things going. We'll untwist it a bit. And then that's going to sit for up to 2 months. However long it'll take to get those peels completely extracted from the flavor. So they're going to turn white. Nice view. Loving your 3 screens after spending a week on the 15-inch laptop. Wow. Yeah, Chinese medical liqueurs. Well, they do... What do they put in tequila? They do snake? No. What do they put in tequila, guys? A worm. They do a worm. Okay, so now we need a 1/4 cup of the Meyer lemon juice, strained. Just gonna quickly rinse out this bowl and then we're gonna juice into there. They also make Gordon's pink gin. Really? You missed Cassandra. Good night, Vune. Thanks for spending the day with us. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow, so I'll just say Merry Christmas now. Tomorrow I am going to stream probably around noon. So around this time I will be starting. Oh yeah, the steak. You have to post photos of the steak, Vune. You'll be having dinner at that time. Okay, well, Merry Christmas, man. Happy holidays. You still haven't even started Christmas shopping, so you're one of those people. Hey, Blue? Just leave it to the last minute. don't know, with online shopping nowadays, I find it so easy to get it done quick. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a 1/4 cup. You're making a soup for an entree, mashed potatoes with the steak, chocolate mousse tiramisu. That sounds so good. Tiramisu. Okay, that was the exact amount of juice we needed from only 1 lemon. So we have these other 2 we have to do something with. Yeah, Vune does not have kids. Vune has no kidlets. Yeah, that was butt burglar. Butt burglar. Yeah, all of the toys are mine. Okay. We got that. Let's get our little saucepan. That goes in. 1 cup of sugar. Sugar. Good night, Vune. Matt has feelings. He's not your kid. Oh, shoot. Mama? Mama, is that you? Why did I see you kissing Santa Claus? Half a cup of water, guys. This is definitely going to be syrupy. But we don't want to water down the alcohol too much, right? So that's why this is how it is. We just want that sugar. Yeah, it's true, Vune. I do have kids. All of y'all. You are all my kiddos. You're the weird one that wears black to family functions and smells like weed all the time. You'll fit in just well here, Nike. Okay, let's go over to the stove. Bring this up to a boil. So I can go like a good high heat there for it. And this is our last step, guys. The circulator is only at 115, so it's dropped about 10 degrees since we started prepping all this. And I'm gonna pop it in there once it gets down to 100 Fahrenheit. And I'll leave it in there for probably 2 hours, I would say, and then check it. Merry Christmas, Vune. I hope Santa's good to you, man. Okay, so like I said, I will be back here tomorrow when Sammy goes to work. And it's not going to be even a dinner or a lunch stream, guys. It's just going to be a fun little stream of making some banana bread. And also some Irish cream. Homemade Irish cream, aka Bailey's, which most of you would know it as. So we're gonna do banana bread with walnut and butterscotch chips. And then homemade Bailey's to have in our coffee for Christmas morning. And then no stream Tuesday because Christmas. And then back Wednesday for rotisserie lamb. Some good stuff coming up. One time you saw a streamer cooking bacon by putting it on a baking tray on the hob. The stream was so smoky, but he thought it was normal because it was smoky bacon, not the fat burning. What is hob? Not the fat burning on the hob. What do you mean by that? Have I ever drank Bailey's from a shoe? No. Is that a thing? Okay, I'm gonna do just a little cleanup, I think, while we're waiting. And so we still have 3 other lemons to use up. Of the Meyers. So maybe we'll have to make like a little tart or something. Little lemon meringue tarts. Who knows? Or a marmalade would be good too. The oven top where the pans go. What? A baking pan on the stove top? That doesn't even make sense. Do you know how bad cream stains fabrics? Gross. Okay, this is boiling, guys. Coming up, we just want to make sure all the sugar is dissolved. And then I'm gonna let that stuff cool. And then I will be freezing it until we need to use it. Whenever this wonderful liqueur is at that point. So you could probably keep it in the fridge for 2 months, but I feel like that's just almost too long, so we're gonna freeze it. Save for garnish or lemon teas. Yeah, I'll figure out something to do with it. Definitely have done enough with our lemons. I feel good about it. He was using it like a flat top. Wow. Did his smoke detector go off? So that was really easy, guys. Bring it to a boil. Let it kind of chill out. He disabled it after a while. Yeah, just pull that out. So this is definitely syrupy. You can tell by this viscosity. Is you want it thick like that. Yeah, sugar crystals, be gone. It shouldn't even crystallize anyways. There's too much water and lemon juice in there. So yeah, just gonna let that cool. I will drop those in the water when the circulator comes to temp. And that's it for today, guys. It was a wonderful stream. We've already spent 3 hours together today. Does anyone have somebody that they would like to raid? Otherwise, you know what? I might just pop onto the food and drink section and see what's going on, and maybe we'll choose somebody completely different today. Cosmicat's making donuts. That sounds good. I like donuts. They are delicious. You're gonna raid your bed. It goes by so fast, right? It's like, holy shit, there goes 3 hours. It's bedtime beaches. Good night, Blue. Thank you guys for spending the morning with me. And I feel good about our fluffy pancake redemption. We did it. Thankfully. I will type up the recipe right after this and post it in Discord for you guys. Because that could be something really lovely to make for Christmas or Boxing Day for your fam. And I will be back tomorrow around noon. So 12 p.m. PST to do a little stream with you guys. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if I don't see you, have a very Merry Christmas. Okay. Cause me cat. That's where we're going. Never gone in here before, guys, so this is something new. Get your onions ready. Take care, guys. Love you all. Thank you for all the love today. And whoever anonymously donated that $100, thank you so much. We are halfway to our New York stream, which is in February, so we still got time. We're going in. Get ready. Okay. Take care, guys.